Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and real turning point in the latest episode of Evil, which dropped yesterday on Paramount Plus. I just got a chance to watch it now after watching a couple other shows and taking care of a few things yesterday, enjoying the holiday overall. I hope everybody had a safe and happy 4th, and I hope you're staying cool wherever you are because it's hot as hell here where I am right now. So stay cool, drink lots of water today. Now, before I get into talking about the specifics of the latest episode of Evil, be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review. So if you're not caught up on Evil by the latest episode, which is episode 7 of season 4, you don't want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, it feels like this is a real turning point in the season and the series overall. The partnership between Leland and Cheryl seems to be officially over, where apparently Leland crossed the line when he tried to have Andy attempt to kill his youngest daughter, and that was a real no-no for Cheryl, because her terms were, I'll help you as long as my granddaughters are spared. That obviously wasn't the case, and she tried to live up to her promise, which is she threatened to cut his dick off. You know, she stabbed him in the leg several times, but unfortunately he jabbed her with shards of glass as well. And they both damaged each other pretty significantly, but both survived, obviously. If either one of them or both of them are going to die, it won't be till later towards the end of the show, which is still several episodes from now. So even though they've both survived, they've both sustained injuries, their partnership is over, and now Cheryl can spend the rest of the series trying to redeem herself in the eyes of her family, especially Kristen. Kristen clearly still wants nothing to do with her, even though she did threaten Leland on the phone that he's dead. But she still really wants nothing to do with her mother. But if her mother can turn things around in the fight against Leland and his forces, then maybe some forgiveness can be found. Only time will tell. Not sure what Ben's storyline, why they were talking about his memory lapses or not remembering committing to Renee or not. Was it just to give him something to do or add layers to his character? I'm not entirely sure, but it was just a little confusing to follow. Well, not confusing. It was clear what was happening, but I didn't see the significance of it. I'm not sure. I like how the case, this episode started with a standard creepy case for them to assess. And then it led to a personal connection with one of our characters, in this case, Kristen, where the demon was dwelling within that big creepy hole in her basement that the awesome Sister Andrea faced off against. You know, she steals every scene she's in. She is so fantastic. Andrea Martin is a wonderful actress, and that character is so beloved and so easy to like, and I just love her, and she's like one of my favorite characters, and I just love her, and I hope she gets some more highlight standout scenes throughout the rest of this series. I like how they finally addressed Lynn's been sneaking out to meet with Sister Andrea, where Kristen thought she was seeing her boyfriend, but she hadn't been seeing that guy for quite some time. She was actually meeting and consulting with Sister Andrea. And I like the respectful arrangement that Kristen, her daughter, and Sister Andrea have now all come to in terms of seriously considering becoming a nun. Like, Kristen isn't fully on board with it, but she respects her daughter's wishes, and Sister Andrea obviously respects Kristen enough to try to respect her as the mother. So they seem to have come to a mutually respectful arrangement between the three of them, so I was pleased to see that progress occur as well. So they sealed up the hole in the basement. Ben was experiencing problems with Renee in terms of memory lapses or him not being able to commit to or remember his commitments to her. Seemed odd, but okay. The demon was pretty cool looking demon. Scary case they were working on. I realized too where the train engineer was from. I haven't watched the show in years, but when I used to watch Yellowstone, he was Jimmy from Yellowstone, and I thought, oh, good for him. He's working in other projects too. He was the troubled train engineer. And it sounds like sealing up that hole fixed his problem as well, because he stopped seeing ghosts on the train tracks that made him kept braking way too early. But obviously at the end of this episode, we saw the daughter with the demon tail. Are they ever going to address that again, or are they just ignoring that plot line altogether? Because it feels like she is a demon or half demon at best. And are they ever going to address or talk about it again before the show is over? I don't know, but we haven't seen her demon tail in a while, and apparently there are more entities in their backyard, but I think that's just to remind the audience this house is still infested and has a lot of demons drawn to it. And unfortunately, that poor girl had to see it through her tablet as they all came roaring and oohing at her and whatnot. But yeah, this episode did feel like a turning point in the series because it marked the end of the relationship and partnership between Leland and Cheryl. And if Cheryl can turn things around with Kristen and help her family and provide whatever intel she can on Leland and his allies, then maybe the series will end with the downfall of Leland and his forces, and our characters will finally be free of them once and for all. But again, only time will tell. And we're getting a little close here to the end. This was the 7th episode out of 13 or 14 episodes. So we're about almost halfway through the final season, guys. Keep that in mind. So what did you all think of this most recent episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay cool out there. Stay safe. Drink lots of water. And thanks again for watching and stopping by. Evil drops new episodes every Thursday on Paramount Plus. Have an awesome rest of your day. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.